Hello everyone and welcome into more 7 Wonders Duel. We are starting off this video by playing a very high elo player. So this should be, I gotta be on my game here. Well, that's a bummer. I actually think that Colossus and Sanctuary are the plays here. And then this is a very clear play that we take the Clay Reserve. Okay, so here we go. We're not making no mistakes. We're just nice. We're going to get so lucky. It's not even going to be funny with how lucky we're going to be. All right, let's nab this because I want to place this science token. Yeah, I want to put that there. So my assumption is that law is going to be placed by my opponent, yeah, which is fine. And my opponent will know what this one is, but, I mean, so be it. Okay, interesting. Love it. Okay, I don't love this, except that I can discard this, and my opponent, oh, I guess can't afford that. But either way, it was, you know. I actually think that I'd rather have the glass here. My opponent really wants to get the third symbol. I'll just have to be very aggressive in making sure my opponent does not get it. I stand by that decision. Probably a terrible one, but I do not care. All right, let's see here. What is this? I'm actually pretty happy to get that, especially because my opponent cannot afford this. So that's great. I might try to do some military shenanigans here. We'll see. Definitely going to grab that. Okay. And then I am also going to definitely do this. I'm feeling like I have a little bit of an advantage, and I would like to keep it. All right, so we're going to throw this there, because that puts the gate in a very neutral position. So my opponent can do Temple of Artemis here, which looks like they will, which is fine. I'm actually kind of okay that we kind of, you know, caused my opponent to have to do that. So we've got double law in play, and that is an extremely unfortunate opening. So I think what we have to do here is make it like a little bit difficult to get law. You know. So let's do this, and we might want to look at some military stuff, because, and like Zeus actually might be a decent play here as well, just on the grounds of getting rid of something here. Okay, not surprised that my opponent plays the gate. However, that's a pretty heavy investment. We just kind of have to hope that my opponent misses. Though I guess in terms of the, what's the other one? The Phoenicians? Yeah, Phoenicians. Okay, that means Ra is in here. Oh no, it's Anubis. Okay. I mean, I don't hate that play either. Gosh, I don't know what to do here. I think I just discard this for coins. Great. I am happy to grab this 2 wood. That also gives me a pretty heavy discount there. Excellent. Ooh, I love that. My opponent really wants to try to get these science symbols. and I really don't want my opponent to get them. So I think that we need to. I'm gonna. Oh, I thought I had played this one on this war card, and I was about to poop my pants. Okay, I think it is worth investing in Zeus here, and getting rid of. I guess I played this incorrectly. Yeah, I just played that very incorrectly because my opponent is going to use an extra turn to get this symbol. Okay, no worries. Like, my opponent's going to do Temple of Artemis here. Or not. I mean, still can, like, use Temple of Artemis here. But I think that... I mean, I'm 100% doing this. And we're just going to... I don't want to play this because I don't want my opponent to do the snake and then be able to get law. Yeah, I'm cool with that. Let's see here. I think we can just go ahead and do this. And I think we get rid of the stone here. I don't care if my opponent has double wood. Great. And then I'm pretty okay as well grabbing this. Yeah, so like we're threatening on the military side, and we kept my opponent away from law, meaning that my opponent has to get 2 symbols here. There's nothing discard pile-wise, so my opponent can't do any discard shenanigans. That is just excellent. I love that, because that means my opponent is... Okay, so great. So now we're just going to do this, and sure, I'll make it free. And yeah, we'll just toss it there. I'm assuming my opponent probably does the snake here. No, doesn't. Okay. That's fine. I think we go this. Partly because this has more potential points, but also partly because I don't want to reveal the science card. I don't want to tempt fate here. Yeah, I'm willing to do this. I know this gives this up, but as of right now, I'm feeling pretty okay. And yeah. See, my opponent has to kind of do that. So I'm into this. All right. I'm happy to do this. And so like I know my opponent has a ton of extra turns, but like let's try to I can reduce the extra turns that my opponent can have by going over here. My opponent is saving the extra turns, which makes sense. This is a little nerve-wracking because we have not seen the other science symbol, and with my luck, it's going to turn over right here. It does not. Okay. Okay, that's totally fine. Yeah, I mean, ultimately at this point, it's just luck. Am I lucky or am I not? And the answer is I am not. Man, I thought we played that one extremely well. Outside of giving up the 3 science symbols in the first age, like, I actually thought that was a really, really well-played game. Like, we had the resource advantage, the yellow card advantage, we were pushing on the military, we were ahead in points. It was literally just we got unlucky with the timing of it. Maybe should have saved it. I don't know. I'm not going to try to analyze it. I'm just going to be a tad frustrated at that. It happens. And, you kind of just move on and learn something from it. To high-level players, I can't give up 3 science symbols in the first age. I think that's kind of, it's just, I haven't quite got to the point where I can get luck to break my way. Because, you could argue that's a little bit unlucky. I also could have played that better to where I had some extra turns late where I wasn't in a position where I was pretty much I can pretty much guarantee that, revealing those 2 cards at that point in the game when we didn't see any of them, it would have been highly unlikely had both of them not been, both of those science cards had not been in there. So be it. I think Great Library and Colossus are fine here. And then it's very clearly the Stone Reserve. And then we either take the glass or the wood, whichever one my opponent does not take. I'm assuming my opponent is going to take the glass. Makes sense. Another high elo player, though, so, that's not bad. All right. I'm going to take the coins here because I want to place this token. I want to throw Neptune. Neptune goes over there. A little disappointing, but I don't know, not that catastrophic. It happens. And then let's just continue the coin things. Coins. Okay, my opponent plays that. That's totally fine. Yep, that makes sense. Alrighty, and definitely not going to show any aggression. Please disregard any aggression. I'm assuming this is coming right here. All right, well, I don't love giving up the papyrus, but I love getting 4 coins. and that's worth it. The fact that we have a 17-4 advantage, that is interesting. And we still get a resource here. My opponent could choose to invest in an extra turn in order to get the clay reserve. Does not, just chooses to go for it that way. I'm pretty okay with this. Okay. So the gate's going to be somewhere right in the middle. Nothing too crazy. Obviously my opponent is going to push it towards them, but all right. Well, Okay, learning my lesson from last time. And then I think that this is raw. And because otherwise I don't understand why my opponent would be so aggressive in putting it there. And so, yeah. So I want to make sure that I go first so then I can steal this wonder. I like stealing the Hanging Gardens here. I think that's the correct move. And I probably follow this right up into, barring what this card is, yeah, I just follow this right up with the gate. I have all this money. Let's do it. And I think we just steal the resource, to be honest with you. We stole that. We stole the resource. Let's grab the papyrus. I know my opponent has Circus Maximus, but I kind of want to force my opponent to use it. Yeah. So like my opponent now says I'm gonna do something about that, which fine. I can, great. Now I can grab this glass without having to worry about any shenanigans that happen with any of that. Okay, I do like to spend a coin to grab 4 points, because now we don't want to, don't want to fall too far behind here. The rest of these Pantheons are kind of, All right, so now my opponent is starting on the, hey, let's try to do a war victory. So yeah, I actually do think that this is a little bit better than the papyrus. And I think that I am going to just go ahead and invest this. I really want the forum. I think that really sets us up very well. And honestly, Neptune is not a horrendous play here. But I do like. I really hate giving up the token, but so be it. Theology probably. No, it's just okay. That whatever. All right, so I actually do think that it is worth doing this because I don't want this effect to go, and I want this effect to go. And that does, decreasing by 5 coins is significant. Yeah, and now we're gonna do some discarding because I want money. And I also can grab something from the discard pile at any point, and so I might save that for a rainy day. I also do have the Great Library might not be like the worst thing in the world to do here. So like, yeah, like let's just go ahead and do that. It's kind of hot garbage, but because I don't really have that many tokens. I mean, Masonry isn't, Masonry isn't awful. And I do get to go first here. I'm going to go first. And yeah, we're going to go for some points here. That's not ideal. So I'm going to do this because my opponent cannot afford the war card there. I just realized how risky of a play that was, but so be it. So now I want to construct this, right? Yeah, I just want to construct this because then I can, you know what? Theology is still really good here because I get an extra turn off of here. And I'm going to grab this. Just based on these being war cards, I don't think that I have to worry about. Okay, and then we construct this. Okay, this now gets me. I think I just completely botched that and got super lucky. It is very late at night, and I take zero responsibility for my actions. Yeah, this is interesting here. So, what we do is we do this. I know I can't get something out of the discard pile, but now this means that I'm pretty much out at like we're not going to lose to a military victory. So, I don't have to worry about that. All right, I would like to do this. And this is very helpful as well. I hope this is enough. Do I have enough to make up 12 points? I don't. That is 2 extremely close losses there. Bummer. GG, my friend. Sigh. Well, yes, I do. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. You know my rule. If people want, especially like with players that are good, I would love to rematch. I'm going to propose a rematch. There we go. So yeah, that game I just kind of got beat on points late in the game, and because I had to be careful of military, I had to kind of do some shenanigans there. But yeah, because it's really not good when you steal a resource and steal a wonder and don't get don't get a win. All right. So kind of hate all this. I guess I'll grab the Sanctuary, and I think Circus Maximus. I just never liked the Great Library. Ooh, but that's nice. I'll happily take the Temple of Artemis, and then really whichever one I get left with, I'm pretty fine with. I probably would take the Pyramids over Statue of Zeus here. Okay, so assuming my opponent's going to go for the Tavern, which is fine. That makes sense. The only unfortunate thing here is that this is all clay, and I already have the clay there, so I'm actually kind of okay with my opponent not taking the glass, because I think that I would rather have that. Okay, I'm not putting Ra anywhere in this. However, I kind of want my opponent to think that I'm putting Ra in there because there's no other Egyptian token. So, bummer. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this because it's free. And I get to do this, and we're going to throw Neptune over there. Again, like, very standard play. But I kind of want my opponent to think that, gosh, freaking dang it. I'm going to play this just because I can. All right, so, I'm going to toss that over this way. I want the gate to be on this side. Of course. Of course the stone is there. All right, so we're discarding. The good news here is, my opponent could use an extra turn. Perfectly reasonable. You know what? This has been a poor first stage so far, and so I would say that let's try and get a science victory. Yeah, this is rather aggressive, but 3 science symbols in the first stage, I'm in. Now I need some money. H2 has plenty of resources as well, and we didn't get shut out of yellow cards, so I'm assuming my opponent is going to use a extra turn here. That is the only extra turn, but this in the first stage is pretty standard, yeah. That makes sense, because then now my opponent gets to place this, and we'll place it towards me. And my opponent will get to play the last card because, All right, well, I at least get some coins. I'm actually surprised my opponent played that. Okay, theology is pretty nice there. Assuming my opponent takes the glass. So, is there something in the discard pile to be helpful? Kind of. You know what? this increases my discard as well as helps me out just in general. Yeah, I kind of figured my opponent was going to go theology there, but there's really not a whole lot I can do about it. I mean, science. Science is what we're hoping for at this point. Like that's really what I'm hoping for. This is a fun choice for my opponent. I don't love that it cost me 7 coins. Why does this not build on each other? Son of a biscuit. So, I actually think that, man, I don't know. All this is bad. So I'm just going to discard this. Yeah, nothing is a great choice here. I'm kind of resource screwed. And that's there, and I don't have really a way to get it. So let's do this, because I might be able to Anubis this as well, depending on what this is. So, I mean, I definitely grab the coins. I mean, it's not really that essential that I grab, Pantheon or Pantheon, progress tokens, because law isn't there, so it's not like super duper essential. What might be essential is trying to get law from the gate. So that's probably my next turn play. Okay. Interesting. Okay. My opponent does get to go again. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna go the gate here. And we're gonna see what we get. Worst case scenario, we get something good. Like there's very okay. Wow, this is a. I mean, I think I go the wonder, and I think I get rid of. I think I get the mausoleum. I mean, I could steal a resource. I could steal the science symbol. Man, this is. I think the discard pile is just going to be too good. Because this not only gives me something, but it takes something away from my opponent. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I also am pretty happy with doing this and getting rid of this. Because, yeah, and that this is fine. Like, whatever. And we just get rid of this. Again, I don't really need this progress token. I'm actually surprised that my opponent got rid of that one. Because I would very much love this wood. That's really helpful in this situation. Okay. Of course. So I'm just going to go ahead and discard for coins here. Unfortunately, we don't see the symbol here. So that's my that was my kind of backup plan. That's now in the toilets. I think this is the correct play. Because it's only 2 coins rather than 5 coins. And I already have 3 of these. And I do get to go first here. Okay. So, I want to go first. And I'm going to first start out by getting some coins. And getting this, because I now need points. And those are going to be very difficult to come by. What can I get? Is there anything in the discard pile that helps me? Not really. Just going to discard this. I'm not paying 11 coins for that. I suppose actually grabbing this from the discard pile might be worth it. Interesting. I mean, at this point, I do not care. I have to figure out a way that I can get some semblance of points here, and that is my best shot. I do have the 9-point. Well, this is a slam dunk. Can I afford this? So hang on. We go. We're gonna discard all of this. What is this? This is the Phoenician one. Oh my gosh! It's the Phoenician one. Why am I not? That was dumb. Should have looked. Because I can do this, and then I have the progress token, so I can grab this. So that's now pretty big. I don't know if it's enough to close the gap. But I mean, I'm gonna get some points here. I mean, it's this. It doesn't matter what I do. I guess I should have played Circus Maximus there rather than discarding and just done something, but this is just too much of a deficit even with 21 points. Yeah, that one I just got resource screwed on. GG. Yes, thank you. So yeah, this one, I mean, it was the resources, and then not seeing the fact that I still think that stealing the wonder was the correct thing to do. Though, like, hindsight is 2020, we could have stolen this and then had the science victory in play. It's just that last game was incredibly unlucky. That we get 3 science symbols, excuse me, in the first age and are not able to like really make a science victory real. I mean, that was really the problem. Is we said, okay, we're not seeing resources, we're going science, and then we didn't see the science cards that we needed to see in the second age. And even in terms of like the pantheons and other stuff like that, just stuff didn't break our way that game. But the other two, I felt like we were right there. So, man, those were big opportunities to get to 300 elo, and yet again, I fall flat on my face. Will I ever do it? Well, you know, if you're enjoying me just completely whiff on all of this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like and comment, and we'll see you next time.